Hello, good morning guys, and welcome back to our video tutorial. There were some questions asked by you guys, so this video is not supposed to be a very long one. It's just an introduction to switching and all that. So I'm gonna be very brief, maybe 15 minutes on this one. So there are some questions that you guys raised, so I'm just gonna talk about the switching concept here quickly. And from there I'm going to talk about these things that someone from your class asked to talk about: split horizon, poison reverse, hold down time. And I think somebody also said that he need more explanation on the loop back address, so I'm going to make sure that I make some explanation also on the loop back IP address. So guys, stay tight and then you listen carefully, and then if you have any questions, I do appreciate the questions that you guys post on the WhatsApp page. That shows that you guys are doing great. Okay guys, so let's go back to our slides and then we explain some of these things quickly. So right there, we're gonna explain the switch networks, how they support small to medium sized networks, and then I'll talk about the frame forwarding methods that are used by switches, and then we talk about the collision domains and broadcast domains. So it's a very simple one and a very fast explanation. A lot of these things were explained before, so let's just take some 5-7 minutes and then explain this one quickly. Okay guys, the elements of a network, a converged network. A converged network is a network that bring about different communications through the same channel. Let's say, for instance, in your network you have your let's take this as an example. Let me just take this as an example. Let me take my my drawing. Let me take this quickly. So let's take an example. I have my router, okay, and this my router is here, so I have a switch connected to this my router. Is an example. Now there is a computer here, and this person is using something, maybe a different thing, okay. On the same switch, the person here is connected to another computer that has a webcam, okay, another computer here that is using, but at the same time this other computer is using something different. So here maybe I am I'm doing web, and here maybe is webcam. I'm using the web camera to do video, online video or whatever, and this other side maybe I'm doing some data process, okay. So all of these other three different communications here, they come from different links. This one comes from this link to this switch, this one also comes from this other link to this switch, so they all have their links to the switch. But if you see all these communications coming, they converge at this switch here, and then the switch has only one link to communicate to the router. So you can see that. So different communication channels come from outside, different links, and then they converge through the router, through the switch, and the switch has only one link. So which means they will all these other communications will interleave within the same link that comes from the switch to the router. So that is a converged network. So but convergence in the switch network is different from the convergence in the router configuration, or in routing. So convergence in switching and convergence in routing is a little bit different in their explanations, so you'll have to pay attention to that, okay. So in this case, the convergence here is different communications using the same channel, but when it comes to routers, it's a different thing. And when it comes to convergence in spanning tree, also is a little different in explanation for from this one. So we just continue from there. Alright, so these are some of the primary benefits of a converged network. You can have one physical network to install and manage, and then you are good to go. Alright, so Cisco boardless network is a type of network that was implemented by Cisco. So you can just follow, you can ask some questions, you can read about Cisco boardless network. This allows organizations to connect anyone, anywhere, anytime, or any device securely, reliably, and seamlessly. So we call it the Cisco boardless network. And it provides a framework for unified wired and wireless access that include policy, access control, performance management across many different device types. And they also provide network services and user and endpoint services that are all managed by an integrated management solution. So that is the Cisco boardless network solution. So you can just read about it and then you'll have more options. So the Cisco boardless network is hierarchical in design, and every network any person that is implementing a network, you have to look at the hierarchical design. So We have the Cisco borderless network has these few principles. One, that is hierarchical. You know, you have the access layer, the distribution layer, and the core layer. That is the hierarchical nature of the network. And we also have modularity is a part of the principles of the Cisco borderless network. That is, your switches and routers must be modular. Means they must be able to allow other modules to be added. Okay, and resiliency. Any network that you are building, you have to provide resiliency. That means if resiliency in English terms is a person or a thing being able to recover from a failover immediately that it failed. Let's say, for instance, you are running and then you just fall down and then you push yourself up and start continue running again. So that is resilient. It means because you're resilient. Okay, you can adapt and then you can quickly recover from a failover. So that is the same thing. Your device has been able to recover. In other words, you can say providing backups. Okay,